So, hello, this is another episode of Stupidity in the Gamesphere. I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm showing some gameplay from Metroid Prime Echoes 2 on the GameCube, on the Wii, from the Metroid Prime trilogy, because frankly speaking, I have I have gigs of data that I've recorded, and I just did not have the time to really upload it. So now that we've gotten that out the way, I'm just going to show you guys. We're going to talk about stupidity in the game sphere. So what do I mean by stupidity in the game sphere? Well, I've been hearing a lot of chatter from people about gaming in general, Nintendo in particular. And, I mean, it sounds so goddamn stupid. There's nothing else I can really say. Um, Hearing people say, well, they don't want a Nintendo system with gimmicks. I've had this conversation before, but I'll just make it brief. The gimmicks that, things that were gimmicks 35 years ago, Nintendo made mainstream, and they made gaming better because they were gimmicks. For example, I'm playing Metroid Prime 2 Echoes right here. And this game is really hard to play using GameCube controllers. But man, with this using the Wiimote nunchuck, this game is fucking awesome. But that's a gimmick, but it works. It works really well. It's really hard for me to go back to playing first-person shooters without a Wiimote nunchuck, because it's basically the closest I'll ever get to my beloved mouse and keyboard control. But I digress. People saying, well, I don't want gimmicks. I want, just a straight up game. I want Nintendo to grow up with us. Look, video gaming is a childish hobby. Okay, you're basically doing something that we did as kids. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't expect that shit to, be like it was. Like, people are saying, well, I want blah 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 blah, I want cereal. I want sugary sweet cereal to grow up with me. No, it's sugary sweet cereal. Don't put that shit on something else, asshole. It should be allowed to be what it is. So we'll get further into it after the cut. Okay, so we're about to get to the cut, and here we go. As the title placard says, I'm getting pretty damn tired of listening to people say incredibly stupid shit, and we're supposed to believe what bullshit they're saying. Now, I'm not saying that everyone has their personal opinions. They do. But just because you want something doesn't mean it's a standard or that everyone should do it. That's just the way it is. So ultimately, we've got to realize that gaming is not what it used to be. Gaming kind of went mainstream during the 5th gen with the PS1, but it really went mainstream during the GameCube era, and with the rise of, or not the GameCube era, the Wii era, and with the rise of motion controls and smartphone games and shit like that. I mean, gaming has changed dramatically. It's not what it used to be. Everyone can game. So basically, the lower the barriers are to entry for people to game, to get into gaming, the better it is for everyone involved. That being said, I don't like it when people who are relatively new into gaming themselves act like they hold the keys to the gaming kingdom. They're the only ones allowed to talk about it and to play certain types of games. No, that's not exactly true. Now, talking about that, it's time to talk about some the last little bit of stupidity that's been going on in the game sphere.
Lego City.
I've made previous videos talking about how I'm tired of people talking about the NX. I'm tired of people talking about that type of shit. The big thing that I've heard over the last few weeks or so, ever since that direct last week, was, oh, well, you know, Nintendo paid Squaresoft to use Cloud Strike and Smash Brothers. They didn't pay shit, okay? Look, Final Fantasy is not as popular as it was 15, 20 years ago. It's not. But Smash Brothers is still really fucking popular, okay? I'm guessing that it's sold around, if you combine the 3DS and Wii U versions, around 13 million. That's really fucking popular, especially when you consider that that's all coming from, you know, that's Nintendo exclusive things. So, people need to calm the fuck down and get smart and stop and drop the fanboyism, okay? Clearly Squaresoft wanted to put Cloud in something that would put him in a bigger light. Because if you ask most gamers nowadays, from the who started gaming in the 6th gen, they don't even know who the fuck Cloud Strife is. Okay? As a matter of fact, most of the Final Fantasy protagonists, they don't know who it is. And I don't care what anyone says, Lightning damaged the fucking Final Fantasy brand. Because that's like a shitty Final Fantasy. I'm sorry. It's not very good. I know there are people who like it, but it's not a very good Final Fantasy.
Leaving under a cloud, but
so,
okay. I'll get
with all that being said, it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty, and talk about the elephant in the room.
Natalia's fine. She's still in witness protection.
I have to speak to her.
I'll get you her number. But if you really want to protect
we have the game of the year coming up
Fury and bring him to justice.
In a little less than a month at this point. Maybe a little, yeah, a little less than a month at this point. Maybe 20 days. 3 weeks.
Really?
And
yes, look.
We're going to see a whole bunch of meaningless bullshit. And fanboys are going to say, my game won the game of the year. It doesn't matter.
Get to the
station
and
it does not matter. The game of the year is an industry-wide circle jerk. In which the people who are most deserving never win. We've seen this with almost every award ceremony known on the planet. Go look at, you know, The Color Purple. Color Purple is one of the best films ever made. It was made by Steven Spielberg when he actually gave a fuck. And that game, that movie really did not win an Oscar. Should have. It didn't, though.
Oops, sorry.
So, as you can see, this episode of Stupidity in the Gamosphere is just focusing on some general topics, mainly people talking shit about gimmicks in gaming that later become the standards. You know, like, I mean, that's the problem with gaming today, is that no one is willing to take chances or risks. And, you know, I mean, video game is a business. It's a business. When you are unwilling to take risks in business, you're going to fail. You're just gonna fail. You might put it off for a while, but you're gonna fail. When you do take risks, there's a chance that it'll pay off big, and when you don't, there's a chance that you'll fail. So, with that being said, it's time to wrap things up. Remember, rate, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll leave a link above my head where you can find information for this Sunday's BS Busters podcast, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll definitely have John Lucas. We might have in duo along with others who will join us, and it's going to be fucking awesome. So look forward to that, and good day.